and good afternoon. Here is news at 4. First, the highlights. Lawmakers commend Lagos Traffic Radio for professionalism, people-centric programs. President Tinubu seeks extension of implementation of the 2023 capital budget. On a foreign scene, Kenya to release bodies of Shakahola starvation cult victims for burial. And in sports, Minister commends Governor Sanwo-Olu for rapid sports development. And now, the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM has been urged to sustain the tempo of its operations, which has been described as unique, professional, and people-centric, in line with the Themes Plus agenda of the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration. Chairman, Lagos State House of Assembly Committee on Information Strategy and Security, Olukayode Ogundipe, gave the charge when he, alongside other members of the committee, paid a working visit to the station. Ogundipe, who commended the professionalism level displayed by the management and staff of the station, called for more collaboration with other government agencies and corporate bodies in the delivery of timely traffic information and travel advisory to Lagosians. He also assured the management and staff of the committee's support in delivering its mandates, while also calling on listeners and other Lagosians to offer their support to the station and to enable it serve them better and in line with global best practices.
Whatever efforts you have to put in to make your reports more accessible to the public, it's something we should encourage, and you also have to have collaborations with some of those that are outside there that are also in that business. Like I told the GM, don't limit your strength.
On his part, Chairman, House Committee on Public Procurement, Samuel Akpata, commended Lagos Traffic Radio for maintaining an outlook which projects the agency as a world-class entity, while attributing the station's outstanding performance to effective team spirit between the management and staff.
In fact, if they ask me outside about 96.1 FM, the way I'm seeing it today is surprising to me. I don't know that they have all this equipment that we can see everywhere in Lagos at the same time.
Earlier, General Manager of Lagos Traffic Radio, Tayo Akonle, while receiving the visiting delegation, described the station as a homegrown solution established by the state government to address perennial traffic gridlock and assist Lagos residents to navigate around the metropolis through timely traffic information and travel advisory. Akonle explained that through various reforms such as timely travel information on waterways, aviation, railway and road, the station's live motorbike reporters, the live camera update legacy project, active collaborations with stakeholders, the station is impacting value daily to the lives of Lagosians.
All those reforms are tailored to ensure that we give Lagosians value as they exist, as they move from one end to the other in Lagos. We didn't stop there because we believe that we are in a modern age. We need for us to embrace technology and not be emphasize the digital media that were operating here before were rejected.
The General Manager also pledged that Lagos Traffic Radio, in line with the T pillar of the Themes Plus agenda, will continue to deploy innovative initiatives which befit a 21st century economy. Lagos. Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service has urged residents to remain calm and cooperate with emergency personnel as the intensity of the fire at the intersection of Nnamdi Azikiwe and Dosemo in Idumota, Lagos, have been reduced significantly. Director Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, Margaret Adesheye, who earlier said the fire encompasses 3 buildings, noted that it later spread to the 4th building. Adesheye added that emergency response teams are working tirelessly to contain the spread of the fire and protect surrounding properties in spite of combustible materials involved, including firecrackers, which are triggering at intervals. Abia State House of Assembly has passed a bill to stop payment of pensions to former governors and their deputies in the state. The bill was sponsored by the majority leader and member representing Arochukwu State constituency, Uchenna Okoro. The Speaker, Emmanuel Emerua, announced the bill's passage after its first and second reading consideration at the Committee of the Wall and its third reading during plenary. Emerua said the bill will reduce the state's governance expenses and redirect resources towards development. According to him, the bill, once assented to by the governor, will be referred to as Abia State Governors and Deputy Governors Repeal Law 2024. And now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has asked the House of Representatives to extend the period for the implementation of the capital component of the 2023 appropriation bill from March 31 to June 30, 2024. In a letter read on the floor of the House by the Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas, the President also asked the House to extend the implementation of the Supplementary Appropriation Act from March 31 to June 30. He said the extension became necessary to ensure that the provisions of the 2 acts are fully implemented. The federal government says it will provide student hostels in 36 tertiary institutions across the country. Executive Secretary Tertiary Education Trust Fund Sonny Echono stated this when he hosted the new leadership of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, led by its president, Lucky Emonefe. In a statement, the TED Fund's Director of Public Affairs, Abdul Mumin Oniyangi, quoted Echono as pointed out that there is increased allocation for maintenance of TED Fund infrastructures above 5 years in the 2024 intervention cycle. Earlier, NAN's President Emonefe said the visit was to formally introduce the new leadership of the Association to TED Fund Management, as well as work out areas of collaboration. And now to foreign news. The Kenyan government says it will release several bodies of victims of the Shakahola starvation cult next week. At least 34 bodies have been identified and linked to their families out of the hundreds that were exhumed last year. The bodies of 429 people, including children, were dug up from graves in Shakahola, a remote forest outside of the coastal town Malindi, with most showing signs of starvation and assault. Survivors and victims' families said self-proclaimed pastor Paul Mackenzie encouraged members of his Good News International Church to move there and prepare for the end of the world. Survivors say he instructed them to fast so that they could get to heaven. Chief Government Pathologist Johansen Odwo added that the government will counsel victims' families but will not assist them to transport the bodies for burial. And now sports. Minister of Sports Development John Eno has commended the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for swift and rapid development in sporting programs and initiatives. Eno gave the commendation while playing host to the Director General, Lagos State Sports Commission, Lekan Fatodu. In his office in Abuja, he described Lagos as the nation's powerhouse of sports and pledged the federal government's full support in collaborating with the state in sports development. Earlier, Director General, Lagos State Sports Commission, Lekan Fatodu, shared the vision of Governor Sanwo-Olu for sports in the state, as well as the efforts of the Commission in providing a sporting ecosystem nurturing athletes and talents towards making Nigeria the sports hub of Africa. And that's all for the news at 4. Just before we go, please do not drive beyond specified speed limits. You can follow us on like all our various social media platforms on X, formerly Twitter, Traffic Radio 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration renovated 5 libraries, Ekpe, Badagry, Etiosa, Amuodofi, and Ikorodu. You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM has been urged to sustain the tempo of its operations, which has been described as unique, professional, and people-centric, in line with the Themes Plus agenda of the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration. President Bola Tinubu has asked the House of Representatives to extend the period for the implementation of the capital components of the 2023 appropriation bill from March 31 to June 30. 2024. We also told you that the Kenyan government will release several bodies of victims of the Shakahola starvation cult next week. And in sports, Minister of Sports Development John Eno has commended the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for swift and rapid development in sporting programs and initiatives. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.mg. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Oluwokoroku. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon.